So we're here in Silver Spring, Maryland, visiting Mission Autism Clinics, which is one of our newer providers here in Montgomery County. We have a strong foundation of organizations, both in the private and nonprofit sector, to serve our autism families here in Montgomery County. Autism is a rapidly growing segment of our population, and because of early detection and partnerships with our medical provider community, we're doing a better job diagnosing earlier in kids, children who are on the autism spectrum. But as we make those diagnoses, we need to make sure there's a strong infrastructure of organizations that have the ability to serve these families well and holistically. So I'm about to take a tour of one of those facilities now, and I hope you'll join me. Well, hi, Julia. It's so nice to be here. Tell us a little bit about what you guys do here and what you're hoping to have happen here.
So at Mission Autism, what we provide are both comprehensive and targeted plans for kids with autism to address some of their core deficits that would hold them back in accomplishing and living their most independent and successful lives. And so it's really about the community and serving the need and being able to see that progress and being able to really positively affect lives. Working in this field, you can see it day to day, and you can hear how thankful the parents are and how much of a difference we're able to make, and that is really powerful.
There's space over here. Can we? Oh, good problem solving. Look at you.
What message would you have for our broader public? How can businesses and organizations and communities get involved to help our autism community?
We're really in the field of we want to collaborate and not compete. So trying to identify all of those organizations that are trying to get into the community, get awareness out, and make the community more autism friendly. And so I think that is part of it, having everybody collaborate and communicate and really have the same long-term goal of providing good services and providing support where these families need it.
What is that?
A horse.
That is a horse. Nice job.
So you guys just opened a few weeks ago, and the demand is quickly going to outpace the supply of spots available. Talk to me a little bit about what you guys are seeing in the community, and as you've talked to families, what they're talking about, what the needs are.
Yeah, so right now in Montgomery County in general, we see a huge demand for services. Other providers are having wait lists. Insurance companies report wait lists to getting into those services. And above all else, pediatricians and doctors' offices that are diagnosing kids see 3 to 6 month, if not year-long wait lists before they can even get a diagnosis. And so given some of those numbers and the overall need, we need to be able to open our doors and get the word out there that there are resources available. There is a growing need, and I think it's just going to continue to grow. Right now there's no blood test, there's no genetic test for a diagnosis for autism. And so it still leaves it up to rating scales and direct observations. And there's, a lot of specific training that you need to be able to diagnose a kid for that autism disorder. But as a community and as a field, the research is indicating that we're getting much better at diagnosing and diagnosing early, which is critical because the earlier that we have a diagnosis, the sooner we can start services. And there's a wealth of research that suggests if we can get services in very early while kiddos are still young, the need for long-term services decreases by a huge amount. And so, that's our end goal, not only to make those students' lives independent, fulfilling, long-term success, but also reduce the resources on the community.
Which one do I eat with? Good job. You're right. I eat with a fork.
In your opinion, just based on your analysis and work, and some of this is probably organic, but where do you think there are the biggest holes in terms of infrastructure and support for our autism community?
I think that the biggest holes really are the adult services. And as they get older into those adult services, it's challenging to find meaningful adult services right now. The resources in the community and the community support is just hasn't caught up to the need and the number of adults aging into adult services right now.
And look at all these fun things. So we have blocks, different puzzles. Let me show you some.
So I know you guys are doing a great job trying to figure out how to holistically serve families. What are some of the innovative things you're considering for the future to add on as you grow?
Kiddos have a really hard time with appointments, whether it's a haircut, a dentist appointment, a doctor's appointment. We're looking to make some connections and build out a room where we can mimic some of those appointments and really get in there and try to treat some of those challenging behaviors and support families in that regard as well.
Point to the one. Oh, what is that?
Well, Julia, thank you so much for this tour. And frankly, thank you personally for being so dedicated and choosing this as a profession. It just speaks to your character, and this place is going to serve a lot of families well. We need more of them across the entire county as we figure out how best to serve our autism community